Have you ever heard the phrase, "rules are made to be broken"? It's a provocative statement, one that challenges conventional wisdom and encourages us to think differently, especially when it comes to creativity. History is filled with examples of innovators who dared to break the mold, transforming entire fields by asking the simple question, why does it have to be this way? Today, we're going to delve into the power of breaking the rules in the realm of creativity, and why challenging norms can lead to remarkable innovations. Consider some of the most iconic figures known for their creative achievements. From art to technology, these pioneers didn't simply follow established guidelines, they redefined them. Take Pablo Picasso, for example. In the early 20th century, art was dominated by classic realism. Yet Picasso, driven by a vision, dared to question the status quo. He co-founded Cubism, reshaping the art world by depicting subjects from multiple angles within a single frame. It was revolutionary and shocking to many contemporaries, but set the stage for modern art as we know it today. Similarly, in the world of technology, Steve Jobs famously challenged the rulebooks of business and technology. Apple's mantra to "think different" was not just a catchy slogan, it was a challenge to innovate beyond the conventional. The result was a suite of groundbreaking products that not only succeeded commercially, but also fundamentally changed how we interact with technology in everyday life. Jobs' refusal to conform to existing design and business practices demonstrated the immense potential of rule-breaking in creative pursuits. This transformation through rule-breaking is not confined to famous names. Each of us has the potential to challenge norms in our own creative endeavors, whether in art, business, or any field. For instance, you might feel constrained by traditional landscape rules in painting, or limited by established methods in your entrepreneurial ventures. But who declares these methods immutable? When we encounter boundaries, we must ask ourselves, who imposed this rule, and why must I adhere to it if it restricts my creative expression? Let us not forget that many so-called rules exist merely to maintain order or predictability. In creativity, revel in the unpredictable. When acclaimed novelist and screenwriter Neil Gaiman dropped out of college, he was breaking a fundamental rule that higher education is essential for success. Yet his work has inspired millions, illustrating that sometimes formal rules can stifle potential. In business, the same principle applies. Consider the business model revolutionized by the likes of Airbnb and Uber. They shattered the long-standing rule that to provide accommodation or transportation services, one had to own hotels or cars. By questioning these paradigms, they opened avenues for peer-to-peer services, harnessing technology to establish a new norm. As we contemplate these examples, the lesson becomes clear. To unleash your creativity, embrace risk. Of course, breaking the rules doesn't mean dismissing all structure or ignoring valuable advice. It's about discerning when conventions limit innovation and having the courage to cross those artificial lines. Remember, with great creativity comes the possibility of failure. But within failure lies the seed of learning and growth. So how can one begin to creatively break the rules in their own work? Start by identifying one constraint you face. Is it a particular style you feel obligated to adhere to? Perhaps it's an industry standard that seems immovable. Next, ask why this rule exists and consider what might happen if you ignored it. Would your audience react positively to a different approach? Would your method invite fresh, previously unexplored opportunities? Experimenting in this way requires courage, but also offers a newfound liberation for the inventive spirit. Ultimately, creativity thrives on freedom to explore, make mistakes, and express ideas without constraint. The path to innovation is seldom a straight line. It's a journey marked by curiosity, adaptability, and an occasional rebellious streak. By breaking away from the conventional, we not only redefine our personal narratives, but also pave the way for others to explore uncharted territories. In conclusion, to be more creative and tap into your full potential, begin by challenging the rules that bind you. Look at them not as insurmountable walls, but as bridges to fresh potential. Who says art must be flawless? Who says success must conform to traditional tenets? Who says you can't forge a path that is uniquely yours? Embrace the spirit of risk-taking and lay the groundwork for innovation. Remember, rules are but the canvases for your creativity, left for you to color outside the lines.